This is one of the coolest community onboarding experiences that I've seen in the NFT world lately. I recently minted an NFT and it was the best community onboarding experience I've had in a while. It was creative, it was exciting. Best of all, I got to bring my personality to the table as part of the experience to join this NFT community. So I want to share this experience with you all. All right, so the NFT collection is called Sprite Club. I don't know whether you've heard of it, but it's super cool. It's super creative. I just think that if you're going to create an NFT collection these days, you better have something different to bring to the table. And I really feel like this collection does that. Joining Sprite Club, this is what you see to begin with. You actually are greeted with a scenario. It's really random. It's very playful. It really does tie in with the theme of Sprite Club, which is definitely more adventurous. It's a very choose your own adventure type of NFT collection. But I love this, how they've got after a long day at work, you settle down on the couch, answer a phone call from your best friend. Just as you settle in to hear all about their personal drama, you hear the doorbell ring. With a sigh, you get up to answer the door. Curiously, no one is there. But just as you turn to head back to the couch, you notice a thick white envelope with a wax seal lying on the doormat. Your friend wants to know who was at the door. What do you say? And you get all these options as to what you can reply with. It's really random because the responses are emojis, and you can click through each of the emojis, and sometimes they have descriptions, but sometimes it's just really random, like the dress at the beginning. Like, I don't know why you would reply with dress, but it's kind of fun. And, I think what's interesting is people get to respond in a way it's not just the boring green check mark to confirm that you're not a bot. And I think that's what I love about this is it's just taking an experience that a community member typically has when they join a Discord server, but making it different. And this is definitely unique to me. I haven't seen anybody else create something like this. Comment below if you have seen it, because I'd love to check it out. But yeah, I'm just loving the creativity. And obviously they have the Sprite bot lower down here. You can see react with the mushroom to get verified. And again, just talking about branding, I have mentioned how important branding is in some of my past videos. The mushroom emoji is central to Sprite Club's branding, and they actually have a channel around the toadstool and things like that. So it's really important that you think through, okay, well, what is your branding for your community, and what are some unique ways that you can provide to your community member to definitely set yourself apart from all the other communities that exist. All right, now I'm going to take you through the mint process so that you can see how incredible this experience was. So I've clicked on the website, it welcomes me, it tells me that I've received a mysterious invitation. And yeah, like, how fun is this? It's just so different. It's not the typical click a button and mint an NFT. They've actually started creating a story around the mint process, and you can see that there's animations, there's actually sound as well with this. Here you can see it's a very much a choose your own adventure experience. So you can see that they've said after receiving an invitation to an organization known as Sprite Club, you prepare to follow the puzzling directions you're given on the card to a location you've never seen or heard before. As specified, you wait until it's dark, and they ask you for, like, okay, well, what shoes are you going to wear? And this is just determining the personality straight up. I actually put the stylish pair of shoes because personally I like the rainbow shoes on the far left. But again, I've selected a response. It's true to my personality, and the story keeps going. We're then presented with another scenario that we then have to answer a question. These are actually, it's very similar to creating personas for your community in a way. And I think this is super clever by the team, because they're going to not only find out more about their community members, like maybe 70% of their community is obsessed with stylish shoes, right? So what does that say about your community? Well, they care about how they look. And then you'll be looking at strategies around that. So I think that's just, it's really, really clever. We do this a lot in community world anyway. We try to get to know our community members as best as we can. And why wouldn't you use the mint process to do that, to learn more about your community members whilst encouraging them to have a fun experience to mint? I do know that a lot of people minted this NFT just because they were excited about the mint process. Myself was included in this. And full disclosure, obviously, I want to make sure that I'm transparent with you guys. I did mint 2 of these sprites. So I'm not telling you to go ahead and purchase these. Obviously, you have to do your own research. As we all know in the Web3 world, this is not financial advice, etc. But I really appreciate when people go above and beyond. And I think the community of Web3 does as well. It speaks to us as Web3. It is all about innovation. It's about going further beyond what other people are doing. And that's why collections like the Bored Ape, for instance, are doing so well. It's because they're at the forefront and they're constantly pushing and doing really, really cool stuff that people get excited about. Another scenario here in front of us, we're in the forest and we see a patch of colorful mushrooms. What do we do? Yeah, it's just fun. To be honest, I was trying to work out throughout this process as well how these answers would influence the type of NFT that I got. So just to back up, when the team did tell us that you go ahead and mint, they did tell us that our answers will influence what we mint. It's just so different. Usually it's randomized. Usually, you press a button, you mint however number that they've allocated, and you pray that you've got a very cool NFT at the end of that. A lot of the flippers are obviously praying that they got something rare. Whereas this is different. This is, okay, I actually get to influence the type of NFT that I will be getting. That's just super cool. Now, in terms of the different types of NFTs, they had 5 different categories. They had the adventurer, the mystic, different characters. And obviously the answers were personas of these characters. Look at these animations. They're incredible. They're just so cool. And yeah, I was just having so much fun throughout this experience. This is really, really clever because the bear this is part of the questionnaire or the choose your own adventure path that people remember the most, mainly because what happens from here, it's so memorable. Do you run away from the bear? Do you throw the bear a sandwich? Do you throw rocks at the bear? Do you sing to the bear and attempt to lull the bear to sleep? These are such cool, creative answers and choices, and it really showcases your personality. I was really struggling, to be honest, with some of these questions because I wanted to choose several answers, and we only had one choice at this. So the community was only allowed one time to mint. And I did mention that I minted 2 of these. So the way that it worked was the answers that I gave throughout this choose your own adventure journey would influence the first NFT that I minted, and the second NFT would be a random. And that's how they did it, so that I guess you weren't overloading the system with people just trying to answer differently and hope that they got, 2 different responses. What I noticed with the bear was the Sprite Club could then use this experience to further engage the community after the mint. So that's one thing, obviously you get flippers that join the mint. All they care about is getting the NFT, selling it, whether it's before the reveal, whether it's after the reveal, if they've got a rare, but that's pretty much all they care about. Whereas with this, it was actually the experience is something that we can talk about so that we don't have to talk about floor price all the time. And that's important for the long-term health of your community. You want to give them materials that are exciting and that prolong the lifespan of this community. So every single question, for instance, they could be asking their community members, hey, what did you choose? And the rest of the community can see, okay, am I actually a rare person? Did I answer, the most common answer? Or did I answer in a way that, was completely rare? Did anybody throw rocks at the bear? Yes, it was quite It was just unbelievable to see that people did that. But yeah, there were people that were, I guess they were going for like the demon NFT, right? At the end of the mint, this is what we see. Your adventure's just beginning. So there's 5 classes of Sprite: the adventurers, mystics, warriors, rogues, and muses. Which Sprite class am I? I have no idea yet. I'm waiting for the reveal, and I can't wait to see what I got, to be honest. But it's not because I am hoping for a rare to see, okay, well then I can flip this on OpenSea at a later stage. That's not why I'm interested. I want to know what I got. I want to know whether I got an adventurer or a mystic. And what I think is also really clever is the team are now post-mint, but pre-reveal, they're actually sharing further details about each class of Sprite. And so we can kind of try to guess, are we an adventurer? Are we a mystic? Or are we a rogue that throws stones at bears, I guess? But take note as to the branding as well. They've put a lot of effort to make this look truly stunning. And the NFT community is a visual community. We're obsessed with the art. We're obsessed with branding, and to create that sense of belonging and almost like hype around the project, you need to create these assets that resonate with the community. That's not to say that you have to be obsessed with art, because there's definitely communities where they don't even have art in it and it's not about the art, but just play to your strengths, play to the theme of the NFT and the community and who you're trying to get to join the community. You want to make sure that everything that you do is intentional to that. There you have it, Sprite Club Mint covered. I thought they did an incredible job. And I do think the Discord is worth checking out too if you are new to creating an NFT community. They've done some really great work there in terms of organizing their channels and just making sure that everything's really clear, from the rules to the giveaways to official links. They also have a channel for security announcements. And so generally speaking, I think they've done a great job with that, along with the branding as well in their Discord, which I talk about a lot. Brand your community, make sure you make it unique. So take a look at that. I think with their website as well, what I love is that they've created a website that lures people in. It's beautiful, but it's also really clear what my experience will be if I join the club. They talk about the fact that the NFTs are hand-drawn traits. It's a choose your own minting adventure personality. They give you the 5 different classes of sprites that you could expect. And they also go through what the adventure will look like and what to expect. So I think that's really important from a community onboarding experience, sharing your personality, your branding, and also managing the expectations of the community that you're trying to build. That's super important. So take a look at their website. I'll drop all the links below so that you can check them out. And yeah, I can't wait for the reveal. I believe the reveal is in a few days' time, so I'm really excited about that. Huge kudos to the team for this entire minting journey. It was really, really fun to get involved. Thank you so much for watching. And if you've got any questions or you want me to cover something in future videos, please drop a comment below because I'm always looking for suggestions. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.